I am a wanderer by soul, with a taste for adventure and exploration. My quest today has brought me to a land carved out of sea, where the coconut trees dance wild in the winds. The sea kisses gently on the leaves of sandy beaches, aroma-laden spice gardens that saturate the air. Backwater channels crawl like vines over the seamless body of Mother Earth. The sun shines bright over the green carpeted hills, and a culture that runs deep, vibrant, exotic, and ever inviting. Welcome to the God's own country, Kerala. We have landed at Kochi Airport. It's a very beautiful place. And Kerala has treated us with some sunshine. And previously it was a little bit of shower. That's what Kerala is during early monsoons. We are waiting for our cab now. It's running a little late. We'll check into the hotel and then we will move out for the sightseeing. Kochi is waiting. After checking into the hotel, we hit the road towards our first destination. Santa Cruz Cathedral Basilica is one of the 9 basilicas in Kerala. Initially built by the Portuguese in 1558 and proclaimed as a basilica by Pope John Paul II in 1984. The interiors are ornated with Gothic architecture and altars designed by Antonio Mosceni. The column frescoes and canvas paintings on Passion and Death on the Cross are eye-catching. It is not a place to worship. It is an abode of solace for the lost seeking souls. Next we headed to Thavera to visit the Kerala Folklore Museum. If dedication and passion had a name, it would be George J. Fletcher. He came to Kochi from 20 years back, and his passion for art and folklore made him to make a collection of all the different artifacts that he could gather. Right now we are standing in his temple, the Temple of Art, the Folklore Museum. Let's get inside and take a view what he has offered us. The museum is built in Kerala temple style with Malabar, Cochin and Travancore architecture. It took 60 skilled traditional workers around 7 years to build this magnificent multi-story structure. It opened in 2009 and houses a collection of sculptures, masks, puppets, wood carvings, ornaments, and antique musical instruments of Kerala folklore. This building houses 3 different floors. The first floor, you'll find the different artifacts belonging to the Malabar coast. The floor above this is the one which is designated, which is designed for the different artifacts, the paintings from Cochin. And the upper one, it's from the Travancore region. So these 3 floors, they represent the 3 different parts of Kerala: Northern Kerala, Middle Kerala and South Kerala. It's a painstaking task to bring together 20,000 different artifacts. But yes, George has stated. And it's a pleasure to be here and to witness all this. Let's explore.
With every step you ascend, a new cultural realm unfolds. The walls are adorned with articles of a bygone era, painting, artwork, Natipattam, the elephant's ornaments. Hallways lined with displays on either sides of bronze, iron and other metal figurines and articles of diverse cultural origin. Standing apart among these is a full wall mount of Thayyam mask. Every facial paint represents a different deity. The 18th century wood carved ceiling of the top floor theatre depicts hundreds of Hindu gods. The second floor theatre, named the Lotus Petal, is the crown jewel of the Temple of Art. George J. Thaliot passed away in 2018 at the age of 57. But his legacy will always stand tall as Kerala Folklore Museum. Moving on from Kerala folklore to Israeli culture. The Jew town is a remnant of the once thriving Cochin Jewish community spanning across a few lanes. In 1524, Jewish migrants from Kodungallur were offered refuge here in Mattancherry by the ruler of Cochin. In the Jewtown streets, you will find quaint shops with antiques, carvings, vintage collectibles, Kerala craft and aromatic spices. Laid-back outdoor cafes and eateries in heritage buildings are a specialty of this place. At the end of the street, there is the Paradesi Synagogue, worship place for the Malabari Jews. This is one of the 7 active synagogues of Malabar Yehudan. No photography allowed, said the signboard, and we obliged. This place was built in 1568, adjacent to the Mattancherry Palace. It has unique interiors decorated with gold crowns, Belgian glass chandeliers, brass-railed pulpit, and many more. Even after ages, the synagogue is as glorious as it used to be centuries back. By the time we reached Fort Kochi, it was sundown. Just enough light to see the famous Chinese nets in action. Fort Kochi, or Old Kochi, was a fishing village in the kingdom of pre-colonial Kerala. It remained in the possession of the Portuguese for a long time. Then the Dutch took over, and finally the British in 1795. This place still carries the old world colonial charm with British and Portuguese style buildings and heritage hotels lining its streets. A late evening stroll along its beaches and streets and a fine supper of garlic pulka and butter chicken complemented with strawberry and blue moon mocktails at the roadside eatery Café di Kochi is all that it took to wind up our day in this beautiful town of Kochi.
Yesterday evening we stayed at Rosetta Wood Castle. This is a heritage property. Its architecture is colonial as well as the traditional Kerala look one. This has been run by 3 generations of an European family. They do not live here now. But yes, this place has a feel of the colonial era and it has that tint of Kerala to it. The most interesting fact about this hotel is we had been watching a movie called Karwan and I was very fascinated by it. Irfan Khan being one of my best actors, and I always try to be like him. It was an amazing experience staying at the same hotel where this movie was shot. Right now we are done with Kochi and we are heading straight away. Next stop, Munnar.
We had a very short stay at Kochi, and we are leaving this place with a bag full of beautiful memories that we'll cherish for the rest of our lifetime. This place has a lot more to offer, and I'm looking forward to come back and explore it once again. I would like to dedicate this episode to one of the finest actors of Bollywood and an amazing human being whose movie Karwan inspired our Kochi trip, in the memory of the legend Irfan Khan. मन में छुपी कैसी ये धुन है और